When I think about what exactly happened to me that made me have this adversity with food, I think about the fact that the last fight that I had with my mother was inside of the kitchen. She literally put pots and pans all over the stove, all over the counter, all over the sink. So I could not cook. So I could not nourish myself. That's the type of bitch that I was raised by, that I grew up around, because I wasn't raised by anybody. She would plot and scheme on how to stop you from being able to eat. So as I pick myself up out of this depression, I consistently remind myself, you were dealing with a person that you'll never deal with again. You were in an environment that you'll never be in again, that you'll never create for yourself again, and that you'll never allow anyone else to create for you again. Hey y'all, so it's day 2, and we are talking about functional depression, and I'm making some red lentils. Let's get into it. For a long time now, I've been dealing with functional depression. I'm not gonna pretend like I am a therapist, but functional depression impacts you in a million bajillion ways. For me, it's eating. So I won't eat as often as I should. I am functionally astute to be an adult. You know, I get up, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I take showers. If you ask me to come outside, I'm gonna put on that shit and we're here, right? So most people don't recognize when I'm not function at my highest. But I think that for me, functional depression shows up in a way where my baseline is someone else's 100%. So me pushing through to my 100%, it looks like I'm trying to be an overachiever. I hope that makes sense. When I speak to people about the ways that I wish to show up in the world, people often tell me that I'm pushing myself too hard. And for me, it's not that I'm pushing myself too hard, it's that I have been impacted in a way where my safety has been disrupted in a way where it makes it hard for me to do the things that I used to be able to do, the way that I used to be able to perform. And when you survive narcissistic abuse, because that's what this all leads back to, it leads back to how I was constantly pounded on growing up, even into adulthood. Like my mother is a complete just disaster. I went through so much in my childhood, early adulthood, all the way up until 28 years old with this dumbass lady. Like that's the best I could give her, is just this dumb, bum ass bully of a lady. I don't have the same energy to put into things that I used to. I feel this deep sense of sadness because I've had to constantly deal with fighting the one person that is supposed to actually assist or just move the fuck out the way. So functional depression shows up in my life where it's hard for me to do in-house things. It's hard for me to cook. It's hard for me to clean up sometimes. It's hard for me to keep plans to even go out to deal with people because I've had to deal with so many deplorable people, really my family. And it seems to be like I'm the only one that sees it, or is the only one that is aware of how it has impacted me. So I've retreated from everybody that I know that has watched me go through such a thing and make it seem like it's normal, because it's not normal. What I experienced was not normal at all. And now it changes the way that I show up in my everyday life because I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted and I'm still very angry, and I still want to do lots of bodily harm to the person that impacted me in this way. And I don't feel the need to kind of sugarcoat that. So this 100 days is really 100 days of me showing up every single day in my pure, authentic feelings, doing what I still need to do, Because ultimately, I got up today, I did what I had to do. Again, functional depression. I got up, I took a shower, brushed my teeth, washed my face, whole oral care routine, because it's like 4 steps. I went outside, I went food shopping, I walked 3 miles, and now I have to eat. And instead of me ordering something, I'm gonna make something because I love to cook. You gotta wash your rice. I feel like this entire winter is dedicated to me just exfoliating, like shedding those last layers of how I feel about this person, because I know one day it's just like a memory, a good past memory that I'll never be living again. But right now, I still feel the residue of it. And that's why I'm able to speak about functional depression today, because I recognize what it is that I've been dealing with. Some people don't even recognize what it is that they're dealing with. But when you go through such an attack, it impacts you in ways that most people don't recognize. Most people won't even see unless they're really studying you. But as a person who studies herself, I'm a true cosmic scientist. I study all 4 bodies: psychology, neurology, physiology, and spirituality. I study myself. I recognize that I'm not functioning in the best way possible, and I recognize why. I recognize exactly what it was that I experienced, how many times that I've experienced it. There's no way for me to pretend that I didn't go through what I went through. When I think about what exactly happened to me that made me have this adversity with food, I think about the fact that the last fight that I had with my mother was inside of the kitchen. She literally put pots and pans all over the stove, all over the counter, all over the sink. So I could not cook. So I could not nourish myself. That's the type of bitch that I was raised by, that I grew up around, because I wasn't raised by anybody. She would plot and scheme on how to stop you from being able to eat. So as I pick myself up out of this depression, I consistently remind myself, you were dealing with a person that you'll never deal with again. You were in an environment that you'll never be in again, that you'll never create for yourself again, and that you'll never allow anyone else to create for you again. And for that, I should be proud. I should be grateful. And I am proud. I am grateful. But I still have a lot of anger inside of my body that is directed towards that individual. And I do not have to lie about it. When I say I hate this person, I mean that. I mean that. When I say that this person will never be allowed into my life again, I mean that. With every fiber of my being. I don't care what happens. I do not want that person in my life ever again. So for me, this is more than just 100 days of me showing up here on YouTube. It's 100 days of me showing up and showing how I am rebuilding, taking care of myself. Because the person that was supposed to nurture me is the person that tried to break me. And I want people to know that you are heard, you are seen, even if you never speak about it, even if you never actually show yourself to another person. Me having this experience, I witnessed what it is like to be plotted on, schemed against by your own mother, your own siblings, your own family members, your own aunts, and to walk away from them with your head held high and to still rebuild and have an amazing life. Because that's exactly what's happening to me. I don't expect nothing else but amazing things to happen to me from here on out. Like, I know that the worst is behind me. So I'm making coconut milk, and I'm just cutting these up into smaller pieces. I bought my coconut already cut from the Cocoa Man, where I get my water from. I just sit this in some hot water for a bit so it'll soak, get a little softer, and then I blend it up with some water. I hope in this next 100 days, I come into more peace and more words for other categories, other topics. Because right now, y'all, really where I'm at is just in a realization of the fact that I survived this. That my mother set out to literally harm me, to take my life, to try to put me in submission so I could come begging to her for help. And it's like, I survived. You hoe ass, trick ass bitch. I survived. Like, that's the part. That's the part right there. I survived. And I keep on forgetting that I survived because I'm not talking to anybody about it. But these next 100 days, I'm going to talk about it. Ooh, we're going to talk about the fact that I survived and how I'm thriving right now, okay? Thriving. I'm using my kitchen. When I first moved into this place, I had no cabinets, no stove, nothing. I designed cabinets. I bought a stove. I designed some other cabinets on the side. I'm just proud of myself. There's so much that I've accomplished during this last year alone that I've never seen happen in my family, that I've never seen happen for my mother. She tried to steal these moments from me. So I'm going to bask in the fact that I've been able to create these moments for myself, despite what somebody else has tried to put me through, despite what somebody else tried to create for me. Everything in me wants to start this video over and talk about something else. Talk about something more appealing, talk about something more attractive, but I can't keep living a lie. I can't keep pretending that I'm okay. I can't keep pretending that I don't have these feelings. Like, I am full to the brim with anger about how I was treated, about how I was disrespected, how I did not seek revenge. I am full to the brim with anger about that. I don't want to be, but I'm honest enough to say that I am. That I'm upset with myself for not seeking revenge. That I'm upset with myself for not harming her when I actually had the chance to do so. Like, I'm upset with myself for that. And yeah, I've already been to therapy about it and all of the things. So there's nothing I could do about what I didn't do in the past. But there is something that I could do now. I could get out of those feelings, or I could work with them. I could work with those feelings. That's what I could do. There's something I could do now. I could work with those feelings. Put those feelings to use, because it's useful energy in there too. Anger is a useful, very powerful energy source. So I'm allowing my anger to carry me. I'm allowing my sadness to carry me. I'm allowing all of my emotions, because my emotions are so strong. I'm going to allow them to carry me through this next 100 days. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling y'all the recipe. But I'm making some curry red lentils, 3 tomatoes, a half an onion chopped, garlic, habanero, scotch bonnet. So I've been trying to censor myself, censor how I show up, censor what I say, because I don't want to come off as angry. I don't want to come off as mad. I don't want to come off as bitter, but bitch, I am. And I'm not bitter. If I'm bitter about anything, I'm bitter about the fact that I did not take out the opportunity to quite literally thrash that hoe. That's what I'm bitter about. The opportunity that has been missed for me to take out all of my anger and defend myself against a predator. Straight up. I am so angry that when I had the chance to quite literally take the head off of the predator that has been attacking me and preying on me my whole life, I didn't. I'm so angry about that. Coconut milk. And there we have it, beautiful people. Coconut curry lentils, basmati rice, broccoli, functional depression, and a little splash of anger. There we have it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. This is gonna be so good. I'm living for this. This is gonna be real good. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.